Hello everybody. So, this is my second time recording this because halfway through the last recording I realised I'd put in a random clip of me building a building that isn't this one. So anyway, I'm starting again, but that's okay. How's it all going? Good? Yeah, good. Things here are great. So we're back in lockdown, level 4, which is like the highest level. So basically that means that you have to stay at home, and you can't leave unless you're going to an essential service like a pharmacy or a supermarket or to the doctor, and you can just like go for a walk around your block, but that's basically it. So Auckland is in level 4 and we're going to be here for another 2 weeks. We've already been here for 2 weeks, but pretty much the rest of the country is going into level 3. I think it's today or tomorrow I think. And basically level 3 is just level 4 with takeaways. So I'm pretty sure a lot more food places can open and things, or at least Uber Eats, that sort of thing. So I know that there's a lot of people that are excited for that, so very lucky. But for us here in Auckland, I think that we are going to be here for quite some time. So another 2 weeks of level 4 and then maybe 1 or 2 weeks of level 3. So that's pretty much not leaving the house at all for who knows how long. But yeah, that's just the current situation and we'll see how it goes. But I feel like mostly, apart from a bit of anxiety about the actual pandemic, especially here in Auckland, I've been pretty good. I'm very comfortable at home, doing a bit of Sims building, doing some writing. This building, I actually made it a long time ago, I think probably a month ago, but I thought, I've got some time, clearly, where I can put this up, and yeah, so I'm going to do that. I have been doing a lot of building, but I haven't really recorded them. There's quite a bit of pressure when you're recording building, I feel. You can't necessarily stop and think for ages. You kind of feel like you have to just keep going. So yeah, this one's quite a good one though. I think I did quite well here. This is a sort of a 70s inspired build, so that's cool. A lot of the colours and obviously the sunken lounge are quite 70s inspired, and just the shape, and I feel like the roofs and things are as well. So yeah. But yeah, so in terms of writing, that's been going quite well. While I'm writing quite a lot actually, obviously during this lockdown. Some days I write heaps, some days I write not much, but I just think just keep going and don't feel like if you miss a day that's it. You can just pick up the next day, and it's okay to have breaks and things, because you've got to look after your brain as well. And sometimes having those days in between actually gives me time to think about what I want to write next or what I need to fix. So that's been quite good, and I'm about to hit 50,000 words, so that's cool. When I say writing, it is more editing, but I've found that the last few chapters are really messy, and that's sort of where I am at the moment, and I'm actually writing quite a bit, because I feel like it's just better to just do it while I'm reading through it, just write it. And yeah, obviously I'm filling in gaps the whole way through and things, but yeah, it's starting to get a bit messy towards the end, but that's okay. It's all coming together, and it's really interesting. Can't remember if I said this last time, but I do a lot of prep, but I feel like even the prep that I'm doing isn't enough, because now that I'm writing, I'm like, oh, I want to do this and I want to change this, which I feel like is not necessarily how it should go, but that's how it's going for me. And sometimes writing through things, you sort of discover things and improvements, obviously. So it's all good, just going with the flow. And I've got some sort of plan of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm nearly finished editing what I consider my second draft. So yeah, I think I'll hit 50,000 before I finish editing it, but it's quite nice that those things have sort of lined up a bit, because ideally I want to finish the second draft before the end of August, but that is today, so at least I'm probably going to hit 50,000 words by the end of today. That's a good goal, because my overarching goal, is to finish this book by my birthday, which is the 27th of September, which I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to do. And when I say finish, I mean the writing part. Obviously, I'm not going to publish it and things, but the writing part is the big bit, so I just want to get that done, and then who knows what will happen after that. Who knows where I go with the publishing or what I feel like doing with it. But yeah, if I can say that I've written a book by my 25th birthday, I'm going to be pretty damn happy. So yeah, that's cool. That's what I've been doing. What else have I been doing? Gosh, I've been watching a lot of Sims videos, but it's really fun, and it actually sort of calms me down a bit, because as I said, I've been getting quite a bit of anxiety about the pandemic, and I think the predictability of the buildings and, you know, watching people build and play The Sims is really, it calms me down, and yeah, it's quite nice. It sort of distracts me from my brain. I mean, I'm doing okay. At the start of the lockdown, I wasn't, because we didn't know how far the Delta variant had spread through the community, and I was sort of like definitely panicking, because I have a lot of health anxiety anyway, and so watching this virus spread through our community and knowing how many people weren't vaccinated and I'm not vaccinated, I was just like, oh my god. And one of the original cases, or one of the first cases they found, was near where I work. So I was like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to spread it around and I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to die, and woo! But everything's fine now, and I've sort of calmed down now that we're in lockdown, and I'm very pleased that we're in lockdown. Not just because I like being at home, but also because it makes me feel safe just knowing that everyone else is home, and it seems like the new cases that are coming out or are developing are household contacts, or people were in the right place when they contracted it. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, they were in an essential service area, so maybe a supermarket or that sort of thing. And even though that's not ideal, you don't want to hear that people are getting it in the supermarket. It's good to know that people haven't been just ignoring the rules, and they're trying to do what they can. Overall, that is. To all the bloody Aucklanders that decided they were going to go up to their batches before lockdown, honestly, you're just ruining it for the rest of us. There are a lot of entitled Aucklanders that think that they are just special, and I think this shows us that they're not, and that we actually have to just play our part. And if you have certain, what you might consider, privileges in your life, the coronavirus doesn't care about that, and you just have to shut up and stay at home and do what everyone else is doing. But clearly some people think they're better than that, but that's fine, you know. No, it's not fine actually at all. I'm really pissed off about it. But yeah, I think everyone's sort of chilling out now. Yeah. We have pretty much avoided going to the supermarket, which is great. Just a tip, if you don't want to go to the supermarket, but obviously you want food, use other service providers. So we're using one that normally supplies to restaurants, but they've opened it up to the public, and you can buy it's like bulk buying stuff basically. So like huge cans of tomatoes, and we've got bread and all sorts of things. And they delivered the next day. So we ordered last night and they delivered to us today. So that was good. So yeah, just try and go to other places. Also, if you want fresh bread, there's a lot of bakeries open and things, so give that a go. Yeah. Speaking of bread, I have been eating gluten-free bread because I have been experiencing some technical difficulties and I'm trying to figure out what's doing it. I honestly can't remember if I even spoke about this in my last video, but I did have a little visit to the hospital, and while it turned out to be nothing major, it is an ongoing problem, just to do with my stomach, I suppose you would say. I don't want to give you too many details, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I maybe have IBS or something like that. But you know, anxiety can be linked or is linked to how your body behaves, and whenever I Google my symptoms, it always says, you know, anxiety, keep your stress down if you're experiencing these symptoms and things. So they're definitely sort of related, but I'm just trying to keep on top of it and trying to avoid foods that might make it worse, because I've never really experienced many digestive issues before, but I'm just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, I'm all good, but sometimes I do get a little bit of pain, which obviously makes my health anxiety worse, even though I mostly know what it is or could be. But I'm okay, you know, I'm all good, just trying to chill out. I am pretty chilled out most of the time, but sometimes, you know, it does get to you watching all the things on the news and stuff, and I think the problem is I like to know all of the details. So I'm on the COVID locations of interest website. I'm just like watching all the news and everything and trying to find out the most up-to-date things, because at least if I'm connected to it, or like I feel like I'm connected, I feel like there won't be any surprises. At least I'm getting the most information that I can, but it's not always the best idea. So yeah, but that's okay. Just working on it. Oh, okay, so here with the study, I don't know why I put the door there, because every time I tried to move the furniture around, as you can see, it was a real struggle, and I think if I didn't have that outside door there, it would be so much better. So I sort of wish that I had moved the fridge elsewhere and put the door in that corner, because now I tried to make it a little bit bigger, but I don't know, I feel like it's just really in the way, because now if you want to get to the outside table that I'm about to put in, you have to go, I mean, it's not the worst thing, but you have to go like to the door by the dining table inside and go round. So just the layout there is not the best, but that's okay. It's alright. I think this is the final form of the, no, never mind. The final form of the study. It's compact, it's cute, it's a nice work from home space. Is that the final form? I think that is. Oh my god. You can see how much I struggled here. This is probably like 10 minutes of me trying to do this damn study. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, do that. Wait, I thought I put a... Where's that door? I thought I put a door by the dining table. Oh, I'm going crazy. I honestly can't remember. Did I? Maybe I do eventually? Oh, look, I don't know. Maybe when I moved the... Oh, I can't remember. We're learning together. This is such an old build that I've kind of forgotten what I did here. I do like this little dining room. I think it's quite nice. I think the colours are just lovely. It's still pretty. It's just a lot of beige. But hey, at least it's not one of those modern white boxes, because I hate those. Although maybe I should do one. Maybe I should build one. I was sort of trying to build a castle the other day, which was kind of cool. But I hate it because I don't like big spaces, and I was trying to make the rooms all really big, and I was like, this is too big. I wouldn't want to live here. There's too much space. And then I started getting mad at the people like that I imagined living there. I was like, oh, I bet they just spoil. I bet they just buy all this stuff. I bet they're just, you know, stupid, and even though they're not real. I just started imagining who would live in a house like that, and it turns out I don't like them. But anyway, so one of the main Sims YouTubers that I watch is Devin Bumpkin. Now, if you haven't heard of him, go and watch him. If you're into Sims videos, if you're not just like one of my friends watching this, if you're into Sims videos, go and watch him because he's so funny. I feel like it's just like his sarcastic humor and his hatred for the Sims build mode. Just, I love it because he is not afraid to say when he hates something about like the Sims build modes, like the roof trims or just things being weird. And I just love that because that's how I feel when I'm building. Like I get so frustrated. But anyway, he's so funny. But even more than that, he is one of the best builders I've ever seen. Like, he did an entire series, I think it was something like 6 parts, of him building the Weasley house from Harry Potter, and now he's building Malfoy Manor, or his version of what he imagines it would look like. And oh my god, it's so good. He does a mixture of speed builds and like just real-time builds, and I watch both, but his real-time builds are so good because you actually get to watch his process of how he does it, and that's when you get to see him getting frustrated, which is so funny. But it's really good because you kind of get to like, you get an insight into the reason he's doing things, or like how he's putting things together, which is good because one of my favorite things in The Sims is obviously building, and so it helps me learn how to be a better builder as well. Who else do I watch? I watch James Turner, who I've watched for years. He's an Australian simmer who lives with Dally Madeline, I think her name is, who's another simmer in Australia, which is so cute that they got together because of The Sims. But yeah, they're like a couple. I watch both of them actually. But he does a lot of Let's Plays and things, and yeah, they're both really good builders. And I also watch Lil Simsy, who's like this 22-year-old girl who's full of energy, and she just cracks me up because she's very good at what she does, but she's just like so funny. But yeah, oh yeah, this is me doing a tour of the house. Oh, I watch, what's her name? The one with the pink hair. What's her name? Oh, there's Plumbella, who I watch, and then there's the other one. Oh, I can't remember her name, but just look up Sims pink hair. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it. I'll put it on the gallery. Bye!